Practical Reality by shande-jones. Moi. Place yourself in shoes that you desire. Make sure those shoes are a size you will never fill. Now watch as your feet conspire to grow bigger against your will. What you have just witnessed is a well-hidden fact. That impossibility is not but an intricate act. Written by the pompous vain who fail to see beyond the shroud that challenges us in times of pain, to create a cloud to stand upon and shout out loud. We are the proud. We stand strong as we hold our ground. We rejoice in the unrealistic fantasies that are our strength to fight the stagnation that is practical reality. Now, the reason I started with that, I feel it's the best intro to who I am as a person, as an artist, and as a contributor to the human experience. That was the poem that began my brand, Unrealistic Fantasy, and it started humble because it was a literal conversation between me and my mother. She was watching something, I said something, and her response was, "Tenna, that's an unrealistic fantasy." And it was an automatic click. Because the moment she said that, because I'm the argumentative sort, my brain automatically came up with a bunch of retorts. And unfortunately, all those retorts made sense. Realistically speaking, everything that can be considered a human advancement began as an unrealistic fantasy. Essentially, anything that meets public discourse or public disapproval is essentially an unrealistic fantasy, from the light bulb to space travel to the common sense that the world is round. All of these people who first came up with these theories, without fail, all heard the same things. You're crazy. That's not realistic. That's heretical. That's false. You're a sham. This is all these different ways to say you're wrong, and yet now we're enjoying the benefits of all those things that at that time were wrong. So to me, unrealistic fantasy is the best, absolute best compliment you can give to anything, because it is a sign that you are a forward thinker. If you have an unrealistic fantasy, you are at the starting line of creating something we haven't seen before. So please don't give up. Just if it's unrealistic, make it a reality. There's a saying of that nature. I cannot remember it, so I will not repeat it. But essentially, it basically says, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Or another iteration is, if there is something you want that does not exist, then the only thing you can do is create it.